Let's take the gospel to the most unreached areas. I made a video yesterday talking about that, just kind of sharing my passion. That's still in the works, and I still want to reach out to people and see who wants to be a part of this. That's one of those, as I read in a book one time, the BHAGs, big, hairy, audacious goals. Like, let's take the message of the gospel everywhere we can. That's what we should be doing. That's what Jesus called us to do in the Great Commission. Now I want to encourage people where you are right now. Maybe sharing the gospel seems scary, seems overwhelming. You don't really know what to do. Let me just share quickly in my life what really impacted me. And it was somebody actually sitting down and showing me the Bible. This is what it means to believe in Christ. I had to struggle with faith. Like, what does this mean? What am I supposed to be seeing out there? Should I be seeing supernatural things happen around me? I needed to see it clearly laid out in the Bible. This is what it is. This is what he says. He can't lie. Here's the truth. And I always point people to what I think is something good to remember. We've called in the church. We have things, we have phrases, but I think this is good to remember, and it's the Romans road. And I could break it down to really 4 passages: Romans 3:23, Romans 6:23, Romans 10:9 and 10, Romans 13. I know it's more than 4, but I mean 4 different sections right there. So what does it mean? There's a problem. We got to see that first. There's consequences of our problem, but there's hope, and there's a way to get this hope. And this is for everybody. So you can really just remember it that way. Romans 3:23, we've all sinned. Okay, there's the problem. We got to see that. Romans 6:23, here's the consequences of that problem: sin and death. But there's hope right there. Jesus came, died for us, paid the penalty for us, right? And you see Romans 10:9 and 10. So what do we do? Well, there's this response. We have to make this active response that we call faith. And it's certain things that we got to believe in. So you want to be very clear with other people. I think this is so important for us. Don't just tell them just to have this vague idea of faith. I think that's where we drop the ball so much in church. Just have this vague idea of faith, and we think people are okay, but they don't really know. I know I didn't know really what I was believing in or really what to do. You confess with your mouth Jesus is Lord. Believe in your heart that God raised him from the dead. So it's telling us these specific things. Point them in that way. The New Testament, over and over again, it seems very clear. It's very specific about this, about teachers, about mentors, about getting in people's lives, helping them, leading them along. The idea of a church being a family, leading each other. So we got to do this. So don't just be very cavalier and loose in your approach. There's certain things that we do. You can do this. We share the gospel with people. There's a problem. There's consequences. There's a way. And here's how you do this, right? Just share this with people. I just want to encourage you guys to go out there and do that. Share your faith, but be specific on what it is that people need to be believing in. I think it's so important for us.